Hello everyone, this is Noah from Green Arc Reviews here, and today I'm going to be reviewing the new RoboCop reboot. Now, I've only just recently seen the original 1987 film by Paul Verhoeven, a really great action flick, one of the best of the decade, I'd say, of the 80s, of course. When I saw the trailers for this new reboot, I wasn't necessarily that impressed. I didn't think really it looked that awful like many others thought. I thought it looked okay, but just generic to me. It looked like some sci-fi I've seen before. And I gotta say, this movie is definitely not as bad as a lot of people have been thinking it was going to be. Now, then again, I don't think this movie is necessarily that good either. Although I did not really like this movie as much as I wanted to, I did really like some aspects of the film. For instance, I really loved how they did not do a straight-up rehash of the original film, how they kind of made it its own. And they did a really good job doing that. And even though I'm not really as fond as how they changed the origin in this one, obviously they had to do it because it's PG-13 and not rated R. Although I wasn't as in love with the origin as like I saw in the original film, they made it its own. The cast do a fine job. Joel Kinnaman is okay. I don't think he's really that good here though. He's passable. I like what he is when he is actually in the RoboCop suit. He's really cool, although really as a normal, but when he's just Murphy, he just seems a little too robotic to me, just a little wooden there. But I'll give him a chance later on in the future. You have Gary Oldman, of course, who's one of my favorite actors. He's great here. As usual, he does a fine job. Michael Keaton, he's also really good. The cast here, they all do a good job, and really the people behind this film definitely show that they are fans of the original, which I appreciate, and they definitely wanted to do something different. To me, where this movie really falls is that it's just my preference. There wasn't really enough of the action that I wanted to see. Like really, they focused too much of the development in the beginning of him becoming that, which I understand is supposed to be a good thing, but for me, I feel like they spent way too much time on exposition and less on him actually, being RoboCop. For me, I wanted more of the action, which is kind of selfish of me somewhat, but I really wanted more of that. But I do appreciate that they tried to show more of his human side. But then again, to me, because Joel Kinnaman was just a little too robotic in his human side, just didn't really feel as invested as I'd like to. And then again, this movie really is worth a watch. I was glad that I saw it. It's a fun watch in some ways, but it's not really that great either. It's not really that phenomenal of a sci-fi film. It's kind of generic still in some ways, but I do appreciate that they did not make this bad. It's a competent reboot. To me, it's one of those movies that if it was playing on TNT, or if I was bored and I wanted to rent a movie from Redbox, I'd go pick it up. It's not a bad film, and it's definitely one that's a fun watch in some ways. Some fun action sequences here and there. Personally, for me, not really one of the best action films out there right now, but if you want to go see something this Valentine's Day, I'd still say the Lego Movie, even though that's a weird choice. But of all the new releases this weekend, definitely choose this one over the other new releases, because this one is at least serviceable to watch, and it has some of its redeeming qualities. It's worth it, but I still think that this movie is a little too generic and could have been better. This movie it's worth watching, but go ahead if you want to go see it. It's nothing that I'd really care to go see multiple times again. It's an okay film, though. Overall, I'd give the new RoboCop reboot a 3 out of 5. Anyways, thanks guys for watching my new review for RoboCop. And if you want to check out more videos of mine, you can click that button and subscribe. You can leave a comment down below. You can like this video, share this on Facebook and Twitter, any other social media device that you may use. You can also check out my written reviews at greenarcreviews.wordpress.com. And you can also like my Facebook page in the description down below. And I guess that is it. I'm Noah from Green Arc Reviews, and I'll see you in my next video.